Greetings, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for your support, your continuing support, you subscribing and watching, sharing. We love you for that. So we are back to Senegal, and this video is about Sonko. Is Sonko actually the Prime Minister of Senegal speaking before he even became the Prime Minister, or before the election? This was last year in 2023, and he's speaking in support of Mali. This is what he said.
And I would like to congratulate our Malian brothers by telling them that they make us proud to encourage them to stay in the wake. To encourage President Assimi Goïta because he has not lost face. It is those who wanted to humiliate him who today are forced to go to Bamako. I say let's see, he is nothing to be ashamed of, and we say that we encourage. And that he must continue to remain very close to his people, because in politics, there is only this reality. You have to do politics for your people, that he never turns away from this objective, that he never allows himself to be drawn into political speeches, or we're going to say that it's you who is there. May the Almighty who remains in the interests of his people, they will win this war against jihadist gangrene by the grace of God, and by the efforts of Malians, and by the efforts of all Africans. If this problem is not resolved until 2024, while Macky Sall repatriated the few Senegalese elements who were there, since they weren't there, as Senegalese, they were there, because France had asked him to bring troops. But if this problem is not resolved until 2024, if we are elected President of the Republic, we will deposit troops to support our Malian brothers and put an end to this gangrene. May they hold on and remain in the dignity that we know, the dignity that was professed in the Charter of the Model, that which was professed in the declaration of these elements, the document that we have all forgotten, for the benefit of France's Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
So there was something to get from that is if Macky Sall leaves and I become the president, I'm going to send troops to support Assimi Goïta to do what?
Fight terrorism.
So guys, what is happening is crazy, because the Senegalese Chief of Staff General Baye Cissé, the Senegalese Chief of Staff General Baye Cissé asked the European Union to fund a dozen security projects, including the procurement of reconnaissance drones to keep insurgents from entering his country through the Malian border. According to Actu Niger, the project should cost about $10.7 million if approved. The request is no doubt an indication that Senegal plans to remain in the Western sphere of influence, unlike its Sahelian neighbors to the east, that is BURKINAFASO, Mali, and Niger, the AES, who have chosen to secure their homelands with the help of Russian, Chinese, and Turkish military equipment and Russian military specialists. The Senegalese public is perplexed by the government's request for the European military assistance in their country, as the newly elected President Bassirou Diomaye Faye campaigned on a platform that promised to eradicate Western influence in Senegal. Actually, we saw the local leaders and activists pushing for the government to join the AES, only for him to go to Mali and say, we are not going to join. So this is not the first time Faye has backtracked on a campaign promise. Nonetheless, although originally stating there is no sovereignty if there is no monetary sovereignty regarding the unpopular CFA franc, Faye later said that his administration would first try to reform the West African currency, which is controlled by the French treasury, and if that does not work, the nation will try to implement its own currency. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. This funding would likely come from the European Peace Facility and would finance a dozen security-related projects for projects. The projects include strengthening Senegal's eastern border with Mali under threat of attack from militia groups. So what happened now between last year 2023, Osman Sonko saying that when I become president, or when we are voted in, I'm going to send my troops to Mali to assist them. And now Faye saying that, European Union, come and help us so that we can secure our border with my brother Mali. It's crazy, man. It's a betrayal.
It's ridiculous.
And although Faye gave the impression he would renegotiate the oil and gas contract and the long-standing fishing contract with the EU as soon as he got into office, no mention has been made about the oil and gas contracts, while Faye recently hinted that he would make sure the fishing contract with the EU would be fair to both the European industrial fishing industry and Senegalese artisanal fishers. The 600,000 Senegalese artisanal fishers nowadays return home with empty nets because of overfishing by European and Chinese trawlers. It remains to be seen if Senegal will continue to be under the influence of the West, or if it will take the bull by its horns like its AES neighbors to the east and finally give the Senegal people the independence they long for and deserve. It's not happening.
And how do you even allow these people to come and fish within you?
They have a
When
contract.
they have better equipment, they have machinery, they have, and these Senegalese fishermen
They
have
come-
just nets and small boats that. How do you?
And
How
do
is
know,
that even fair?
There's a lady from Europe, I think from France, who was talking about it, and she said, she revealed that, all the fish that they fish in our waters, when taken to Europe, it's used to feed pigs. So the artisanal fishers of Senegal are going to the ocean to fish, they'll come back with nothing.
Looking for food, they are starving.
They are starving or looking for their livelihood, because a lot of people in Senegal are, fishermen, because they depend so much on rice and
Yeah,
fish.
that's their
Then
life.
this guy, instead of going and saying we are stopping this contract on fishing, you go and say we are going to make a better deal. Which better deal?
I've always known that Pastor Jomaifai is like the root of East Africa, but I never thought that Sonko would. I don't know what is happening to
I don't
Sonko.
know.
Maybe because, like what I've always been saying, the president will always be Faye, even if Sonko was the man behind this revolution. But the fact that Faye was the one.
He made a bad deal with these
That
people.
was the bad deal.
Yeah.
Faye was the one who was eventually, put as president. He is the president. So if his heart is very soft, whatever way they are being swayed by France, he will just follow. And he will be the one to finally sign whatever document that is brought into his table. Songo is just there as the prime minister.
I was hoping that, Sonko, I'm sure even today in his heart is this Pan-Africanist he was before they were voted. But I don't know what, agreement they made with the Basir Jomaifai so that they can say you are going to be. Only that now when he's president and he's made prime minister, he doesn't have powers. For example, we knew that Sonko would be the one visiting the
Yes.
AES. You
It's
remember?
changed.
Then immediately this guy went to Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Nigeria. He comes back and like, I'm the one who's going to,
From Norway.
from nowhere. And this guy was like, he'd said that I'm not going to be like those people who judge our brothers because they've decided to control their narrative. I'm going to support them. But I think when he said this now, Faye said, no, you are not going. You
You're
are
not
like
getting-
them. I'm not letting you go. So that's what happened.
Another African country lost. It's very unfortunate, but some of us saw it coming, and for me, it's just a revelation of. It's a fulfillment of whatever.
It
I
was
had
our
seen.
prophecy.
Yeah, it was.
But we still have hope for, Sonko. Maybe in the next 5
At
years.
this point, I don't know. Why would you want protection from your brothers in Mali? Like, guard
Yeah,
our
you need to
borders.
help them. It's like the president of Niger was saying, Abdurrahman Tiani was saying that this ECOWAS has never even proposed that. This, even Ibrahim Traore said that they were going to bring their military to fight the insurgents. No. But now, you want to tell me that you want to invade us? Seriously? Now they are asking for help to guard their borders instead of taking what they have and going to help. It's better Chad, which was training.
This one is a huge betrayal, but we always saw it coming anyways. For me, it's nothing new. It's just that it's disappointing to see it unveil.
Can't we say it's democracy? Because South Africa has been failed by democracy. Senegal
The
has
whole
been
of
failed
Africa.
by democracy.
Brothers and sisters, let us know what you think about these ridiculous happenings in Senegal. we are always disappointed. I mean, we have not celebrated anything coming out of Senegal since these guys got into power, and we are yet to see if something positive will come out. But as things are looking right now, very disappointing, very disappointing. If you're from Senegal, let us know what is the situation on the ground. You were there some few days ago. You came back and felt like people are in support of
People still have hope.
people love Sonko, people, but us looking in from outside, we are seeing a different picture. But we would love to hear from Senegalese. And if you've recently been to Senegal, what is the situation on the ground? Are you like him? Calm, beautiful, excitement all the way. Young people are like, yes, Sonko, yes, fire. Let us know what you think in the comment section.
They have beautiful stories about fire and Sonko being
But
friends.
do they have beautiful testimonies? Because stories are stories.
For example, in the last week, Fai said that they are going to lower the cost of living, cost of products, and they even called for his ministers and all that to ensure that the prices of products are going low. So if you go to the local people, they'll say he's working. Because if bread was like, for example, 200 sefa, now it's 50 sefa, that's what we want.
Yeah.
If they do that, that's what we want. Whether it's under French rule or whatever, we want to live. We want to make money.
Do we have a Ruto in Senegal? Do we have an independent thinker in Senegal? Let us know in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and definitely subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.